Thank you, Mrs. Carroll. Good evening. It's been 20 years since I've seen this campus. And I was invited by Mrs. Carlo and Brad Sandy to come and speak a little bit about what happens after Randolph. To the graduates, I was a student here myself. This was the beginning point for me, and it's a place that I began to build relationships and friendships. I guess what I was most moved by was that Randolph was still doing the exact same work today, and in a lot of different respects, even more pronounced than it did when I was here, but still that they were staying the course. And just in the short time I've been back here, which has only been about half an hour, to sit and see some of the old staff and teachers has really moved me. Nelson Mandela says that, and I quote, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." The education that these graduates have received here is second to none. Mr. Sandy spoke about planting seeds. When I came to this school, I was soil and waiting for somebody to come and plant a seed in me. The staff and the teachers here did just that. Aristotle says that the roots of education are bitter, but that the fruit is sweet. As my life has progressed throughout the last 20 years, I live a great life. I realized today, I didn't realize it then, but looking back, I see it today, that the fruit that I enjoy was due to a lot of seeds that were planted in these very halls. Back then, Mrs. DiCarlo, my teacher. I'm sure a few of you know that she was a home economics teacher. So where a few of us, including Dustin Olson, talk about these lifelong friendships. 20 years later, the guy took the ride all the way with me. We're still friends together. You will stay friends with the people that are here. But it was in classrooms like hers that I found people that really cared. Albert Einstein said that it is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy and creative expression in knowledge. Teachers like Mrs. DiCarlo, Mr. Emily, Mrs. Emily, teachers that are gone now, but Miss Norris and Peter Farr, awakened to me a love of literature, science, learning. They taught me things about friendship and just the most simple and random acts. I'll speak about those in a moment. Peter Farr was an English teacher. He's still an English teacher. He was the first man to ever give me a book. It's this book. One of my most cherished possessions. It's now actually the technical property of my son. I've had it with me all these years, and to have somebody give a child a book is a powerful thing. When I came here, I was a very angry young man. I fought every bit of authority, extremely disruptive, and I hurt quite a few people. And I've been able to actually tell a few of those people that I'm sorry for doing that. And going back to Peter Farr, sharing books with me, showing me the movie Gandhi, teaching me the horrors of bigotry, are things that I was able to pass on to my three children. Playing the guitar in class, teaching me about music, sharing with me simple movies like Dead Poets Society, and Awakening a Love of Walt Whitman and his poetry, are all things that years later I finally came to realize, long after those things had been planted. Victor Hugo once said that he who opens a school door closes a prison. Some of the kids who come through the Randolph system, their stories don't end well. Staff wonder what happens to the kids that leave here. Today I'm a married homeowner. I have a wonderful profession, loving wife, 3 children. I pay my taxes, I attend church, I volunteer in my community. And had it not been for that place, I don't know what path I would take. But I'm grateful to the staff and teachers here, the education that I received, the doors that it allowed to be open for me personally. I learned about forgiveness in these halls. Skinner probably remembers the night. There was a staff here that I finally did not want to give a lighter to. They lashed out and broke the man's nose. And, it haunted me for years. A guy just doing his job. In the basketball court, he came to me 3 weeks later, his eyes black and blue, and he put his arm around me and told me to forgive him. That it was okay to be angry, and that if I ever needed to talk, he was there to listen. I didn't know what to do, but it was acts of kindness like that that unhardened my shell. Talking to be a man, talking to be forgiving with people, with my own children. Before I address the graduates, I just have a message to the staff. Pablo Picasso once said that every child is an artist, but the problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up. Isn't that true? Last time I did color. I have a 3-year-old, so I do it quite often, but the teachers here have invested themselves in these young men and women. And just because they attended Randolph Academy and not Narden, my 2 children actually go to St. Vincent. It's a private Catholic school, but in a way I wish they could go to school here. This is a wonderful education you guys have been given. The tools that you're leaving here with, you won't fully appreciate, not for a few years, but they're with you, they're instilled in you. Because I don't believe that the hardwiring of the staff that's here has changed much in 2 decades. Take what they've given you and move forward in life, care for people, plant other seeds in others. Don't be afraid to come back and let these teachers know if you're going to go out. And encourage them to keep doing their work. To the staff, I personally say thank you. To the teachers, I say thank you. To the board members, the Board of Education. This place works. It matters. We'll do a good job here. As I talked about Peter Farr earlier, I guess my message to the students would be one that resonates. Whenever I email him, well, Captain, my Captain. It's a quote from Dead Poets Society. His personal philosophy, and the one that he instilled in me, was the Latin word called carpe diem. He sees today. You graduates should seize today as a beginning, a place to start. We've been given the very best that these people have. I'm sure there's not a teacher in here that doesn't show up because they don't care. I'm not a millionaire, not a rock star, or a sports icon. Very average, unassuming person who lives a quiet life. But I know that the seeds that were planted in me are ones that taught me to wake up every day and say carpe diem. And I really hope nothing but the best. I mean, you guys are just starting life, and I'm sure that the next 20 years, you're going to have wonderful things ahead of you. In closing, I'd really like to thank Brad Sandy for reaching out and bringing me back to speak. I don't know many of you, but I'd like to thank you for listening to me. Of course, Mrs. Carlo, the best teachers I ever had.